taking a look at what's happening with the west coast from north to east, you could see that we had a tremendous, this is the past hour, 1.3, Coso Junction, California. That is a volcanic field, Coso volcanic field. Then we had, this is around the Pisgah crater, and this is the Goldfield, Nevada. This is again, you can see that they're right around, this again, Nevada. They're right around the this is Yellowstone, right around the tangent going as we had the quake swarm that we had just southeast of Yellowstone in southwest Wyoming yesterday, and now we have this the past hour. This, of course, is Hawaii. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of sore throat. This is the Costco again. This is at 6:39 of it's small, but still USGS reported it. This is 7:01, and this is 6:40, just about the same time, half an hour from each other perhaps. This again 1.7, and this was 1.2. Small, but they were recorded. But yet, I don't believe that they have too many seismic monitors there. But okay, this worrying. This is, as we know, we have a tremendous amount of volcanoes on the northeast. It's not a super volcano. One of the videos I did yesterday explained that, or the day before, explained that the biggest and baddest of them all was this dude here in Maine, and they found that that explosion from Maine, they are able to date it and find which lava it is because of the zircon crystals inside the lava, and it had gone all the way towards Europe. They found that same lava from that eruption all the way to Europe and all the way down to Mexico. That's how huge that eruption was. Okay, so Maine is about distance from the north to the southern border towards Vermont. It's about 203 miles that we saw, and 100 miles of that is 4 volcanoes. So you can understand how many volcanoes are in Maine. And of course they continue down to Vermont. This is Massachusetts, and all this area, yes. Just because it's not the west coast doesn't mean it doesn't have volcanoes, yes, volcanoes, and they're really bad. We even had an earthquake in Norway and in Germany today, but you'll see that later on by the sorry, that's not it. Where is it? I'm sorry, I'll find it, don't worry. Here it is. Okay, these are earthquakes. This is not a bad site either, because it shows the earthquake swarm. Let's put that closer to the other ones here. We'll flip it here, closer to USGS over here. Okay, let's go here. Closer. Okay, that's Nevada. And here we go. Okay, Los Angeles. Okay, this, the San Bernardino Hills, this is the Pisgah crater and the Coso lavic field, all this here. And this here, the Mojave Desert is a volcanic desert, volcanic field. And this is the Long Valley Caldera. Let's go out. Okay, I'm too far out. And this is, of course, Yellowstone. Okay, here. And this is where we had this mountain range is where we had that quake swarm of 6 or 7 quakes yesterday. And we've had another swarm, of course, here in Montana. 2.3. 2.3, and so on. I'll leave a link below so you can have this. This is a beautiful site as well, because you can easily, because of the fact that they report the quakes in numbers. This is, of course, USGS, monitoring operations, the heliplots for various locations. These are international. And we can see Barbados, yes, we had an earthquake swarm there. You'll see that on the map. Grenada, Panama, you'll see they're jumping because Cuba and the Curacao and all those areas, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, they had a number of earthquake swarms. Even China, we have even in Norway, and even in Germany. Alaska, of course, has an earthquakes. Samoa, USA, New Mexico, Antarctica, wow. Antarctica, we know, has over 100 volcanoes. And a lot of them are active, and of course, that would be a reason for the glaciers to be melting. Missouri, Thailand, Oregon, of course, we know. We've had on the Juan de Fuca plate, you'll see that up the south of that. And the Philippines, we see Florida, something is, yeah, maybe it felt the Caribbean shaking. Germany, as we said, because Germany has not only a volcanoes, I have to research that, it's a super volcano and a huge lake where they go boating and swimming in the summer. That's the crater. Solomon Islands, that's Pacific. This is Norway. Look at that crazy thing here. That is really something. And before that as well. That is really something. And Hawaii, of course. We saw that it had just an hour ago. Within the hour, that is. And Norway again had an earthquake. Zambia. Canary Islands. That's the El Hierro volcano is active there. And Western Australia, as we can see here. Okay, Midway Island is rocking as well. Australia again. Spain, of course. Well, you have the volcano in the Atlantic. Russia, yeah. Antarctica again. Hawaii is, of course, shaking. Okay. Cook Island and South Dakota. Antarctica again. Greenland. New Zealand. That we'll see that later in the map. And this republic is always shaking. Now, going down, they don't have Yellowstone on here. Okay, the republics there, Russia, and Michigan, Ohio, we can see here. Because Yellowstone has been rocking today. Oregon, or we're going to see a lot of quake activity today. Montana has had the earthquake swarm just northwest of Yellowstone. Illinois is hopping. Colorado is a mess. Colorado is a mess. Look at this. Amazing. Texas has, for the past few days, has been moving. New York. Wow. Lake Ozonia, that must be upstate New York, near the Finger Lake regions. It's rocking. Alabama, Texas again, Arkansas, Montana, of course, we saw the earthquake swarm, and Colorado. Texas is a mess. Where's Maine? Montana, as we saw the earthquake swarm, right there. Where is it? Did I lose it? There, that's Colorado we saw. Let's see. Texas. Montana, yes. Okay, Oklahoma and Oregon. I didn't see Maine. Okay, I'll leave that. That's the heli plots for various stations that they have here. Okay, that we'll see later. That's the USGS earthquakes for all of this. Last 7 days, we saw that before. Let's pan out. Okay, that's Montana and southwest Wyoming. And you see swarms here everywhere. Panning out again. Okay. This, of course, a cluster. This is a magnitude 4. That's not good. The other one had a cluster here as well. Where is it? Around here. It doesn't show up here at all. Okay. We had 29 in Hawaii. 29 in Hawaii. What does that mean, I wonder? What does that mean? 29 in Hawaii. Okay, this is Mauna Loa. 5. Mauna Loa had 5. 2.2, 2.2, 2.2, and then we had Kilauea, had a lot more, 8 and 5. Leilani Estates, Fissure 8 is around here, and Kilauea is here. So, let's see how big they were. 2.4, 2, 2.1, 2.3, 2.7, 2.1. Let's go to Fissure 8. Remember how active that was last May to July? They said that it was so active that it could have been a volcano on its own. Okay, 2.1. Okay, it's around 2. It's 2.5. That's pretty big. 2.4. And you remember 3.2. Remember every time 2.5. This is what happened before the eruption that started in May. Remember in March they were having so many earthquakes, they were saying, does this mean an eruption is coming? Well, it did come. It could be that this is in a pause state. It's taking a breather. I don't know. So let's go back out again. That's our Hawaii there. Okay. Oh, what is 104 in Alaska, of course. That's Alaska. Alaska has been active too. Right. That's a 4. Everything red here is at a 4. Everything red is a 4. So all this is 4 and over. Okay. That's a beautiful site. I like that one. Latest earthquakes. Let's go here. This is where we want to go. This is the red is the past hour. Remember those 3 red that we saw? Okay, there's new ones now. This is again in the Salton Buttes area. This is Nevada. Again, it's in the area south of Long Valley Volcano, which is around here. And this is, of course, Yellowstone. And this is at the edge of the Juan de Fuca Plate, 4.2. And we had one there, Petrolia, California. We had one there again yesterday. And here again. Oh, this has been active quite a long time now. Now, going in, let's pan in. Okay. Okay, that's the latest one, and this is the okay, I'm going to change here. I'd like to put the format for let's have terrain. Okay, that's better. Now we see where we are. And Pisgah crater is around here, between Los Angeles and Nevada, around here. That's a volcano, of course. Ludlow. Ludlow is where Pisgah crater is, right there. And they had an earthquake today. Not today, sorry, that's 7 days ago. On the 18th. Okay? So, and this Coso Junction, this is another volcanic field. And you can see earthquake swarms there, obviously. You can see for yourself. We saw that before. San Bernardino Valley, these are the various volcanic fields that we have here. The Lassic volcanic field, and it's jumping. Okay. This is wonderful. It has very good... this has basically all the earthquakes. But of course, what they're reporting is less than what is recorded. As you can see from the tilt meters. Where we put them? Here somewhere. There they are. Okay, I mean, you can't possibly report all these things. It's just too many. These are basically for those who are geologists, seismologists, volcanologists, and they'll be happy to examine these, find out what's going on, and if there's anything noteworthy, I'm sure they will report it to us. So this is the condition of Yellowstone that we see here. .3. And now we'll go to the Caldera Chronicles. They come out every week. And as we see, this is the area, craters of the moon in Idaho. They say, is that the next volcanic eruption, perhaps? Just came out February 4th. And this is cinder cone. As we can see, several cinder cones include big craters along with the Pioneer Mountains visible from the top of the Big Cinder Butte craters of the moon in Idaho. Amazing stuff. And you know, when you think of Maine, for example, or the Northeast, where you have those beautiful rolling hills with lakes, those are basically volcanoes with craters. They're volcanic fields. And it's frightening to see such a beautiful, serene, pristine thing looking like paradise on earth. And it's something waiting to happen. So we'll go into this, the hydrothermal research in Yellowstone. They found new vents in the lake, the bottom of Yellowstone Lake. Hot springs. They thought that were not there because they have submergible little crafts. They're able to find what's down there. So yes, here we are at the USGS Yellowstone Volcano Observatory. Hydrothermal research in Yellowstone, the latest legacy of Donald White, dated February 18th. Yellowstone's diverse hydrothermal features have attracted numerous scientists ever since Ferdinand V. Hayden led the Geological Survey of Northwestern Wyoming in 1871, and Yellowstone National Park was established in 1872. One of the most distinguished researchers and staunchest reporters of Yellowstone was the late Don White, 1914 to 2002, of the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS. Don had a significant impact on hydrothermal research in Yellowstone, and his research remains among the most influential in the field, even decades after it was first published. Caldera Chronicles, a weekly column, as we said. Yellowstone's hydrothermal features attract numerous scientists and visitors. As we said, Don had a passionate interest in understanding how geysers work. his innovative studies and meticulous field observations at Steamboat Geyser and Bowewa in Nevada utilized many types of scientific investigation methods that included drilling into the hydrothermal system. His research led to the classic journal paper on geyser activity, published in 1967, and based on what Don had learned about geysers in Nevada, he was the first to warn the National Park Service of the sensitivity of geysers and hot springs to even minimal human-induced exploitation. Don worked closely with park naturalist John Marler, documenting the response in Yellowstone's geysers to the 1959 magnitude 7.2 Hebgen Lake earthquake. This earthquake, which occurred about 30 miles northwest of the Upper Geyser Basin, profoundly affected hot springs and geysers in Yellowstone. White and Marler reported that by the day after the earthquake, at least 289 springs in the geyser basins had erupted as geysers, and of these, 160 were springs with no previous record of eruption. Based on their work, White and Marler concluded that geysers are exceedingly complex hot springs, no two of which are alike. In the 1960s, Don White led a large USGS multidisciplinary research effort at Yellowstone that included research drilling. The study produced a unique set of data and an improved understanding of the three-dimensional distribution of water temperature, pressure, chemistry, and mineralogy in the hydrothermal system. Results of this effort allowed for objective science to be brought to bear on the issue of preserving natural geyser activity in those places where geothermal development might occur. The lessons learned from this effort were major contributions to understanding of not only Yellowstone's hydrothermal system, but hydrothermal systems worldwide. Don was also the leader of an extensive research project on the geology and remarkable thermal activity of the Norris Geyser Basin adjacent to the north rim of the Yellowstone Caldera. The study generated a detailed geologic map of the basin and characterized the wide range of thermal water chemical compositions and inferred their origins. And the study also provided detailed description of alteration minerals in cores from the depths of to almost 1,100 feet, 335 meters, where the measured temperature was 460 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 238 degrees Celsius. That's a cooking oven. These unique alteration minerals form when thermal waters react with the volcanic rocks in the basin subsurface. Under Don's leadership, two seminal journal papers that were published in 1971 are still gold standard. The first paper describes areas where most of the heat and water are discharged at the ground surface as steam, that's vapor-dominated zones. Then the second paper described the deposits from large hydrothermal explosions in Yellowstone's lower geyser basin and analyzes the processes that drive these eruptions. Don received many prestigious awards from professional societies in recognition of his significant achievements and his impact on the scientific community, including being elected as a member of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences. He was an inspiration to hundreds, even thousands of scientists at the USGS, National Park Service, and from around the world. And we thank him for his wonderful gift to mankind because of what he did. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. and we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.